My name is Megan Brigham and I play the bad manager.
And I'm Stephen Valancourt and I play the late employee. And the assumptions for this video are that I've been employed for 3 months already, and it takes place in the back office in a retail setting. And the company does have a 3-strike policy, which the manager does not follow.
The ABC company has a 3-strike policy, and Steve has worked for more than 3 months, so he cannot be fired without just cause. The company is supposed to first give a verbal warning, then a written warning, and then a final warning. As you will see in the scenario, Megan does not follow this procedure and simply fires Steve for being 15 minutes late.
Hi, sorry I'm late. I just got back from school and I have my uniform. I'll go get changed right now.
You're 15 minutes late. You've been here for 3 months, you know the rules. I've had it. You're fired.
Well, you can't do that. I haven't had a warning or anything.
No, this is my business. I can do whatever I want. You're fired. Hi, my name is Valerie McMaster. In this scenario, I play the good manager and the proper way to handle issues with lateness and tardiness in the workplace.
And I'm Kalina Rayleigh and I play the late employee, and all the assumptions that we had for Steve's scenario are the same except that the manager handles it properly.
In this scenario, the manager wants to find out why it is that the employee is having trouble getting to work on time and investigates if there's anything that can be done to help. This is called the investigative interview. That's done before the actual formal 3-strike policy would begin within the company.
Hi Valerie, sorry I'm late.
Yeah, I noticed that you're having some trouble getting here on time. Is there something I can do to help?
Well, on Mondays I find that the bus leaves a little bit early compared to what time my class is done.
So it's just the Monday then? Is that it? Or?
Yeah, usually pretty much just the Monday.
Okay, because you're about 15 minutes late and it has happened before, so why don't we do this? I do have some flexibility with the scheduling. Why don't we schedule you for 1:30 instead? That way you'll be able to be here on time and it'll be fair for everybody else on the team. How does that sound?
Yeah, actually that would work really well for me. Thank you.
Okay. In this scenario, the first formal part of the policy begins and Kalina gets a verbal warning for being late.
Hi Valerie, sorry I'm late.
Hey Kalina. Yeah, I noticed that you're late again even after the time adjustment. So what I'm going to do is I want to remind you of the policy because we have a 3-strike policy here and you have been here for over 3 months now. So I want you to consider this your verbal warning. Just to be fair to the rest of the team, I've got to make sure I can get everybody here on time. Is the bus issue, is that all cleared up now? Is that still working okay?
Yeah, I thought I had some time to grab a bite to eat after class
Okay.
because of the later shift, but apparently I missed that bus too.
Okay, so as a reminder, this is the verbal warning. After that, there will be a written warning and then a final warning, but hopefully we don't have to get to that, right? So just for the fairness of the team, please consider this your verbal warning, and hopefully it's the last one.
Yeah, for sure. Sorry.
Okay.
To recap the purpose of the short verbal warning, it's meant to help the employee be aware of their behavior and that it needs to be modified, and to be considerate of their feelings and encourage them to arrive on time without having to actually issue a written warning that would be put onto their employee file. However, it is the start of their official 3-strike policy. In this scenario, it's the phase of the formal lateness policy where Kalina receives a written warning for being late.
Hi Valerie.
Hi Kalina.
I'm late.
Hi, yeah. Out of fairness for the rest of the team, you're not giving me a whole lot of choice here for right now. So I do have to give you the written warning. This is the warning here. So it just goes over the policy that's there, lets you know that you have one more chance before the final notice, and that it's really not my choice. I'm going to have to let you go if that's the case. Is there anything else I can do to help you get here on time?
I don't think so. It's just I have a really hard time getting here. It's nothing in particular.
Okay, because I mean you care about the job, right? This is something that you want to stay here and want to do?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so let me give that to you. I don't want to have to bring it to the next level that's there, but out of the fairness to the team, I do need to keep according to the policy, okay?
Okay.
Okay,
I'll
well,
try harder.
we'll have a good sales day today.
Alright.
Okay.
This is one example of a proper way to give a written warning. This written documentation can be as simple as the small document that was used in the video and saved in the employee file as documentation for the employer. However, a written documentation can also involve sitting down with the employee and writing out an action plan that the employee is involved with and can take ownership of, and that will help them to prevent this action in the future. In this scenario, it is the final phase. Kalina receives a final written notice before being terminated for being late.
Hi, Kalina.
Hi, Valerie.
Notice your head's hanging a little bit low today. I guess you know what I might be saying right now?
It's my final notice being late.
Yeah. So this is the final notice that I do have. I just do need to make it official again, staying with the policy that's there. Your coworkers want you to stay. I want you to stay. We just need to be able to be here on time because customers are depending on us, and it's a respect for the rest of your team as well because some of them have to go and they're waiting for you to get here for your shift. So this is the final notice. If you're late again, unfortunately, Kalina, I don't have any other choice, but I'll just have to ask you to leave at that time.
Okay, I understand.
Okay.
If proper preventative action is taken, this final notice stage is something that would hopefully rarely ever have to occur in your company. In this final scenario, Kalina has gone through all 3 phases of the lateness policy and will be terminated properly by the manager.
Hi, Kalina.
Hi, Valerie.
I appreciate you coming in, even knowing that I don't have a lot of room here for today, but as I mentioned from before, you have gone through the entire 3-strike policy system. I don't really know what else to do at this point because you're not able to get here on time, so unfortunately, I do have to let you go. I will say though that your work is good work, it's just getting here on time, so maybe in the future if you want to reapply here when you get some things sorted out, you can definitely resubmit an application, but at this stage I'm just going to have to do the best thing for the rest of the team here, and again, this is it for today.
Okay, I understand.
Okay? I have enjoyed working with you.
You too.
Okay, take care.
So as a result of following the standard 3-strike policy, this is the proper practice of how to terminate an employee with the proper documentation. If some of the additional preventative actions are taken, again, the employee will likely not have to reach the termination phase.
That concludes our video on lateness and absenteeism in the workplace. To recap, the first video was the wrong way to handle a late employee and firing them on the spot, and the second video was the right way by following their company policies before terminating them.
Now that we have gone over a scenario of the right way and the wrong way to deal with absenteeism in the workplace, of course the best thing would have to be nobody be late in the first place. So there are some tips that we would like to leave you with of how to prevent any lateness or absenteeism in your workplace whatsoever. The first thing would be is to recognize the behavior that you want repeated. When somebody comes in early or on time, being able to, at a team meeting or at a team function, recognize their hard work is something that other people will also want to be recognized for in the future and end up coming in on time just because they want to be recognized. A second quick tip is to actually positively outline why it is that it's a benefit for everybody, for everyone to show up on time in terms of increased sales, better money, again, and what's in it for them, for the employee. And the final thing, of course, is to have the right culture. As a manager, we have the opportunity to show up on time and lead by example and expect the rest of our employees to show up when we do as well, because we're always early.